We're back. Another episode of the Zoo and Goo podcast. We got a lot to cover today. NBA draft, free agency, a little baseball update, some Love Island, World Cup. What do you got to say before we throw this loading screen on?
It's great to be back. A little delayed. Someone had to get their wisdom teeth out. So we're
Hmm.
coming to you probably will be Thursday morning. So a little bit late. You might get another episode on Sunday if you're lucky.
All right. All right. Well, Giannis is now a member of the Miami Heat. Uh, Pretty interesting trade. As the Celtics fan, I'll let you run it down because I know that it was kind of down to the wire between Heat and Celtics.
Yeah, I was on Sham's watch basically the whole day, and then he got traded very late in the night. I was pretty excited because I thought from recent rumors that the Celtics were only shopping JB to the Bucks. It feels like that's different now. We'll get into that later. But the Giannis trade in full. Did the Bucks make the right move? We'll see. The Heat receive Giannis and Bobby Portis. The Bucks receive Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Hami Hakas Jr., Kasparis Yakunis, and then they get the 13th overall pick, which they chose Nate Ament yesterday, who's kind of like a taller, more raw prospect from Tennessee, I believe. And then they get two unprotected first round picks in 2031 and 2033, a pick swap in 2030, and a second round pick in 2033. It's crazy that we're trading 2030 picks, but it's now 2026. Like, it's not that crazy. Uh, Bucks get quite a haul. I think since this trade has kind of been prolonged for like a year and a half now, Giannis definitely lost some of his value, especially with his
Oh yeah.
injuries the past two seasons. Uh, and with the Celtics basically just offering JB and two firsts for Giannis. And I guess Jimmy Haslam, their owner, who was skeptical about JB staying in Milwaukee, which I mean that makes sense because he probably wouldn't want to play there. So I think the Bucks made the right decision. But yeah, how do you feel about Giannis being on the Heat?
Um, I don't really see the fit in terms of how the rest of the roster works out. I really like how Giannis is going to be able to play defensively alongside of Bam. Like that's going to be a really good front court. And I think offensively they can fit together, but their issue as a whole is that like right now their starting point guard is Davion Mitchell. Are you gonna ask him to play starting minutes? I don't know. I think that that is not a good idea. I think he's a good sixth man. He's a good guy off the bench, but I don't think he's really proven himself to be capable of being a starter, at least on a championship team. They're gonna lose Norman Powell because they don't have the money to re-sign him, and so I just feel like you bring on a superstar in Giannis, and then you don't really have much of a plan for afterwards. Because I mean, you're looking at the roster; it's not very built out. So I don't know. I don't know what their plan is.
Yeah, I just pulled up their roster, and before you said they weren't going to be able to hold on to Norman Powell, I thought that five would be okay. You have Mitchell, Powell, Wiggins, Giannis, and then Bam and Bobby coming off the bench. But they really have no one else other than that. With Norman
Yeah,
gone, he was kind of their best player last year. He was an All Star, I believe.
yeah,
Uh,
he played great.
s- yeah.
Apparently, it's looking like he would have to take like a massive hometown discount basically to re-sign with the Heat, and I just don't see Norman Powell doing that. I feel like this is his last
Yeah.
chance to get. I think he's 32. This is his last chance to get an actual contract. So you got to maximize your money, and so you probably got to go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, he's coming off probably his best year of his career last year. I would guess. I don't have his numbers pulled up right now, but he was pretty good. And I guess from the Heat's perspective, you give up quite a haul, right? You're giving up four players and five picks, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, So 6 picks. So like you're giving up a lot, but if you really think about it, this team has been a play-in team for the past 3 seasons. So you're kind of just trading your play-in roster. Now you don't have any depth, and you do trade for Giannis, who is a top three player in the NBA when healthy. Problem is he hasn't really been consistently healthy the past couple of seasons. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Giannis does get his wish though. He wanted to go to Miami or Boston, and he goes to Miami, and bam, gets his best teammate ever. So we'll see how that combo works. I mean, they're two All Stars. They're pretty good. I mean, Bam scored 83, so you never know what could
Okay.
happen in Miami.
I mean, maybe it works out. Maybe it works out. And maybe Davion Mitchell is better than I think he is. And maybe they have a plan on how to surround them with some shooters. But I just don't see, I think it's the right move for them, right? Like, I think they have been stuck in purgatory for the last few years and they needed to do something. So I don't hate the move, but I kind of am like, you trading for, I think Giannis is going into his age 33 season or 32, one of those two. And so you're trading for an aging star, and like, are you going to be a contender this year? I don't think so. So what are you doing? Like, you're basically wasting a year of Giannis, almost.
Yeah. I mean, we can go through it right now. In the East, Heat or Knicks?
Obviously, the Knicks,
Yeah. Heat or Celtics?
probably or I was about to say the Knicks, probably the Celtics. I mean, I don't
And
see
then,
them being better than the Cavs as well.
or the Pistons?
Pistons.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
are they better than
dare
the
I throw the
Magic?
Wizards? Dare
Well,
I throw
I
the
mean, that's what
Wizards
I'm
in there?
saying. Like, I don't know.
So, like, I mean, if you're the Heat, you do this trade, you get Giannis, you finally land a big star after missing out on so many. It feels like they're always in those trade talks to get the big star, and they never do. Now they finally get him. And if you still end up a play-in, especially if Giannis gets injured and like misses a significant amount of time this year, and you're back to the play-in, like, what do you do? I feel like you gotta like clear house, just go. But then you can't even full tank now, so like I don't even
Well,
know.
there's no point in taking.
I don't know. I don't know. There's no point in clearing house, I guess. Maybe they strategically go for that like fourth worst team in the league to get the highest odds or
I mean,
something.
I feel like that's honestly that's sort of what the Bucks are doing. Like they don't have a terrible roster now. And
Yeah.
the thing with the Bucks though is that they don't own their pick. They don't own their pick for like I don't think they own their pick until past 2033. Like I think it's all pick swaps,
Yeah.
which is just like it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Heat plan on doing. On the Bucks side of things, like they don't have a terrible roster. Former
No.
Wizard Ryan Rollins is going to be their starting point guard, and then Tyler Hero finishing out that backcourt. I like it. Kuzma, I hate Kuzma. Kuzma sucks. I hate him, but he's actually not that bad. He's a decent scorer. And then I don't know, Miles Turner at center. I feel like that Miles Turner contract is not good, and they should try and trade him. I would wager to bet the Lakers would be interested in Miles Turner, but I don't know. I think the Bucks are doing the rebuild the right way in terms of how they're set up with their draft picks right now because they need
Yeah.
to be able to compete for a plan because they don't have a draft pick.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Uh, I don't know. I mean, the Bucks. I think you can lock the Bucks in to miss the playoffs next year for sure. But they had to do it. Giannis has basically been asking for a trade for the past 2 seasons, so
Yeah.
they finally were able to move him. And another funny thing about this is the Bucks owner is also the Browns owner, so he has now traded Giannis and Miles Garrett in like the past 3 weeks. So he's really dishing out the stars over here. So that's just an interesting little nugget there as well. The other
That's actually
side
really
of
funny.
this Giannis trade is the Celtics, who were aggressively pursuing him, and they were offering up Jalen Brown, something that we talked about last podcast.
Yes.
Uh, I think we were both adamantly against. Well, you were just not even in the realm that Giannis was going to be traded, but I was. I was like, I just didn't want JB to get traded, especially for Giannis. I think I would have, even though Giannis is the better player, I still would have preferred JB. But they went from reports saying that the Celtics were only shopping JB to the Bucks, and now even Shams, like an hour ago, said that the Celtics are still aggressively shopping Jalen
Yeah.
Brown. I'm seeing Evan Mobley now for Jalen Brown. I don't get it. Why would either team do this? If you're the Cavs, you're gonna have Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Jalen Brown. Like what? I don't understand. If you're the Celtics, you get size, right? So I guess you get Mobley, but Jalen Brown is the far and away better player. So I just don't understand why they want to break this duo up so much. It's like this is like what ESPN and basically every sports outlet has been pushing since the Celtics lost to the Warriors in 22 is like splitting up Brown and Tatum, and now in 24 they go and win, and those narratives are still there, and they're still there today. I don't understand. I mean, I think Jalen Brown's career in Boston, at least for now, is over. I think he's going to get moved. Like it's hard when you're aggressively shopping your second best player. And if like every time his name comes up, it's just him in trade rumors. I don't know. If I'm Jalen Brown, I don't know if I want to be a part of a team that just keeps wanting to get rid of me. They tried to trade for KD in 22 with him and Derek White. They got rejected. And they tried to trade for Giannis with him this year, and they're still shopping him. So, what do you think about Jalen Brown and his future in Boston?
I mean, it's looking pretty grim right now. I don't understand. It just feels like the Brian Windhorst and Shams propaganda has worked. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't understand wanting to break up your star duo, but if Jalen Brown does want to get moved, whoever is getting him is going to get a great player, five-time All-Star, two-time All-NBA. He was sixth in MVP this year, averaged 28 points a game. I mean, he had a great season. He upped his assist percentage. That's like the percentage
Yeah.
of the rest of your team's points that are assisted by you. So he's shown a little bit of growth in his playmaking ability this year. So I think whoever gets him is getting a star, but like I don't understand why you would want to move him. Like I think the Celtics they are not that far away with their current roster from a championship. Like we all know this. They just need to get a little bit of size and maybe like one more guard that can play make a little bit. And I think you guys are right back in the mix. I mean, you guys have a good team. I don't understand trying to break it up. I've seen the other thing is the packages are bad. Like I'm looking at I read a Bleacher Report article. Houston got brought up. What do you get from Houston? Sengun? He's not that good. We all watched that Lakers series. He's not that good.
Yeah.
Portland, you get Klinigan. I don't know how you say his fucking name, but you get you
Playing.
get him. What are you doing that for? You're trading an All NBA player for a borderline All Star. I don't even think he's borderline All Star. The
He's a
Spurs
rising star.
package, like De'Aaron Fox. Like you don't want De'Aaron
No.
Fox. I mean,
No.
uh, I don't see a package that makes sense. The only one that made sense was probably the Giannis one. And at this point, I just feel like, just stop, just stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I celebrated when the Heat got Giannis, because I thought it was over, but it's not over. They're still doing it. But like now we're at the point we're already midway through the second round, so I feel like if they were to trade him, it probably would have been yesterday. But yet again, they're still pushing this propaganda that he's being shopped. So we'll see. Really not a fan of this at all. What was really funny is the reason that they didn't get Giannis is because they were so hung up on trading Baylor Shireman and Hugo Gonzalez, not Jalen Brown. The Celtics weren't concerned about Jalen Brown. They were so worried about Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman, their two rookies from 2 years ago and last year. They didn't want to get rid of them, but they were willing to get rid of Jalen Brown. I don't get it. It's making me pretty frustrated, I'm not going to lie, because this team, you're right, they were right there. They were the 2 seed this year with Tatum only playing 20 games. He came back. He looked good, especially coming back early from an Achilles injury. Jaylen Brown was their rock the whole season. They went through the ups and downs, mainly downs of Derek White shooting. Like he was horrible this year offensively. Like his 3-point percentage was way down. His field goal percentage was way down. His defense was incredible, as it always is. That's why he was first team all defense. But like it was basically just Jaylen Brown, and then their development with Nemius Queta and I mean Luka Garza was a 40% 3-point shooter somehow. Baylor Shireman was good. Sam Hauser did what he did, and Hugo Gonzalez was really good as well. Like I guess they don't like I don't understand. Like they are right there, especially with Tatum having a full offseason to now recover. He got a little bit of run last year. He missed game seven, thus the Celtics blowing a 3-1 lead to the Sixers. But like they are there. They're there. And they've been there. They've been there the entire time with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They haven't missed the playoffs. They've been to 5 Eastern Conference Finals. They've been to 2 NBA Finals and won 1 NBA Finals. I don't understand why they're trying to trade him. And the more I think about it, the more frustrated I get. So I think we should move on to something else.
All right, well, we can move on to the most exciting news of all time. AJ DeBonta coming home to DC, number one pick. We just go through the top few picks here. Darren Peterson to the Jazz, Boozer to the Grizzlies, Caleb Wilson to the Bulls, which I like, and then you wrote down the Jazz have three guards now, so that's going to be interesting. Um,
Yeah.
Also, Ace Bailey in there, so I guess they have four guards.
Yeah.
Which,
I,
I mean,
I have a
you
little
like to
fun
have ball
factoid for
handling.
you. Yeah, you do. I mean, you were right yesterday. You have to take the best. You have to take the best available player. So I understand it from the Jazz perspective. But out of all the rookies that were drafted yesterday, who do you think is the favorite to win Rookie of the Year?
I mean, it's not. I guess you're bringing it up, so you're gonna. It's not gonna be AJ, but it is AJ.
It's not AJ. It's actually Boozer. He's the favorite right now to win Rookie of the Year.
That's
AJ
just
is
because he's gonna get the
fifth,
most
I
run.
believe. Probably. I believe AJ
What
is
did you just
fifth in
say?
odds. He's fifth.
Oh, that's
I think he's
funny.
plus 480, and Boozer's plus 200 as the
Dude,
favorite.
after this pot, I'm hammering it. Those are the highest odds you're gonna get all summer, man.
Yeah,
AJ,
let's
man,
go through AJ.
true three-level scorer, man. He's gonna be an offensive engine. He's gonna be the guy you can just dump the ball to if you need a bucket. Like offense is stagnant. We're down 10. We just need to go on a run. Let me just dump the ball off to AJ here. He can get to the line at an elite rate. His free throw rate in college was 0.49. So that means basically for every 10 field goal attempts, he's getting to the line five times. To put that in comparison, SGA, we all know him as a free throw merchant. He had a point 0.4, so that's four for every 10. So he gets to the line at elite rate. He plays through contact. He does need to show a little bit more from the 3-point line. He only shot 33% from on four attempts from three in college, which is not the greatest thing, especially because that college 3-point line is a little closer. But I
Yeah,
think it's definitely something he can grow into. And then defensively, he's not the best defensively, but he has a similar frame to OG. OG is obviously more bulky, but similar wingspan, similar height. So I think I can see him growing into his frame as a defender, and if he can just be a serviceable defender, that would be nice. But I'm really excited for AJ coming home. He's gonna slide right into this lineup perfectly. What do you think?
yeah. I mean, it was the right pick. It's funny back to back first overall picks were Celtics fans growing up. It's unfortunate that we're
Ah,
just too good to get him to not get him. Because I know they would have loved to actually come home, not go to Washington. Anyway, I mean, it's the right pick. I mean, insane aura gamble by him, not going to a single workout, just going, meeting teams, going to dinner, and still going first. I mean, you got to respect it. Yeah, he's the real deal. I thought he was the clear cut number one. I was always a little bit worried about Peterson's like subbing off like during last season. So I understand. I think he will fit really good into your lineup, and I think this draft pick will make the Wizards a playoff team next year. Now, if you move AD, we'll see what you get back for that. I don't really know if that affects this team. I think you can just slide AJ down and maybe put someone else in the lineup. So we'll see. We'll have you go through your projected starting lineup maybe later. And I think it's a great pick. I think the Wizards made the right choice, and DC sports are popping right now, and it's
Yeah,
fun to be around here.
yeah. I'm excited. What other draft news we got? Let's
Well,
see.
uh, we can go through the Celtics pick, I guess, since I made a video on him yesterday.
Yeah, go for
Uh,
it.
the Celtics drafted Chris Sinak Jr., 27th overall. Since they didn't get 6'11 Giannis, they drafted him. He was 6'10", 240. He's a 7'5 wingspan. Played at Houston. He's 19 years old, so younger than us, which, I mean, now basically every draft the players are going to be younger than us, which is just crazy. But 9.5 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 48% from the field, 33% from three. So still needs to work on that 3-point shot, as the Celtics are known for shooting a lot of 3-pointers. But I actually like the pick. I mean, he seems like a project, but the Celtics have been really good at developing players, especially bigs, over the past few years. You can go through Robert Williams, Neemias Queta, Luca Garza, and Luke Cornett, and others. There are people that have come to Boston as kind of projects or undervalued players, especially Neemias Queta, who was someone who was cut by the Kings, who then last year was really good. Did not have a good first round in the playoffs, but throughout the regular season was a really solid big. I'm excited. I think if the Celtics can develop him, he's definitely the size that we need, and I'm excited. We'll see, but I'm more just worried about the Celtics, Jalen Brown.
Yeah, I feel like for Celtics fans, I don't know how many Celtics fans were watching the draft last night. They're probably more worried about their Twitter timelines with Jalen Brown,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Why don't you go
Michael
through?
Brown, Michael Brown
Oh
went to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Nets. That was kind
Yes,
of
he
cool.
did. I saw some people. Some people were high on that draft pick. Some people were not. You know what? We should talk about the Nets because I don't really know what they're cooking over there. They just traded for Julius Randle before
They're
the
cooking
draft.
something.
I wrote I wrote down Julius Randle traded for literally nothing. The Nets got Julius Randle, the Tim's 28th pick, who was Joshua Jefferson. The Timberwolves got the Nets' 33rd pick, who they then drafted today, Isaiah Evans, a guard from Duke. And then the Bulls got Nick Claxton, so I guess the Bulls threw a pick in there somewhere, but it just looked like a complete salary dump from the Timberwolves. And, you know, with Julius Randle and Michael Porter Jr. on the same team now, who who is going to be taking the other shots other than those two? I think they're going to have like a 60% of their team shots. So we'll see. I don't know what the
Uh,
Nets are cooking.
it's an interesting team. I mean, it's not a good one, but it's an interesting one. Uh,
Yeah,
I feel like Randall is just in a weird spot where he's like, obviously he's overpaid, so he's not
yeah,
gonna, at this point, now that he's moved away from a good team, he's not gonna be able to get back onto a good team unless if they change his contract. Um, I do like what the Bulls got cooking though. I
yeah,
feel like Claxton fits in really well over there.
yeah. They got a lot of size. They got Wilson last night and Claxton the day before. Uh, So I mean, we'll see. They moved off DeRozan last year, and I mean, for some reason, the Bulls are a weird team that always start off hot. Like last year, they started off. I don't know what their record was. It was like 11-0 or something like that, and they went down back to normal. Or maybe that was 2 years ago. But we'll see. I think basketball is good when Chicago basketball is good. It just hasn't been good since Derrick Rose. So
Yeah,
we'll see if they can return to that. I'm interested to see what happens in Chicago, though.
yeah. I like what they got cooking, and it seems like the moves that they're making are not like I feel like in past years, the moves they've been making that they've made are like, what the hell are you doing? But then
Yeah,
I feel like this offseason has been, well, okay, that seems kind of smart. That's kind of the reaction that you get. I wanted to talk about Trey Young.
yeah. I was gonna say let's get into some extensions.
Declined his player option, and I thought he was going to re-sign a smaller deal. He ended up re-signing a 4-year, 212. That's a really big contract. I think that's like 53 million a year. Kind of a lot. It's the max that anybody could pay him. So outside of us, like we could have paid him, I think like 250, which is insane that he could have gotten that. But so if you think about it, I guess we saved some money than what we could have done. I'm excited though. At his peak, he's a 28 point per game scorer, around 10 assists. I mean, he's a guy that can really control an offense. Um, and I feel like he fits in. He's probably a top 5 point guard in the East. That's probably as high as you can put him right now, at least coming off the last season. I mean, I've got this little list right here: Brunson, Cade, Maxey, Harden, Trey Young, LaMelo. I don't know, somewhere around there. So I feel like
Yeah,
it's a lot of money to be paying, maybe a borderline top five guy in your conference. But I'm excited. I mean, you break down the Wizards roster. Point guard depth chart, we're looking at Trey Young and Bob. I think Bob's going to learn a lot from Trey Young. He already did last year, and he improved like after Trey Young got on the roster, he really improved in his driving. Bob Carrington usually has not been great around the rim, and he was a lot better. He wasn't great, but he was a lot better after Trey Young arrived. I think he has some influence there, but like shooting guard, Keyshawn's going to start. AJ at the small forward. I guess Anthony Davis for now at power forward. We got Alex Sarr obviously at center. But I'm really excited for the depth that this team has. Trey Johnson is a dead eye shooter. He's really good. And then at the forward spot, like we've got 4 or 5 guys that can plug and play. Bilal is going to be a good defender. He's got to get better at shooting, but I think that'll come. Will Riley is a dog. Will Riley's like my favorite player on this team. Spread the Will Riley propaganda. And then, the Spurs have a Champagny. We have a Champagny. Justin Champagny. He's pretty good. Cam Whitmore, also an option off the bench. He actually played pretty bad last year, but you know, I'm all for the bounce back. And then Jameer Watkins came on late last season. He played pretty well. And then the issue with our depth comes at the big man spot. I like Julian Reese. He played pretty well last year. He grabbed a lot of rebounds, which I love to see. But you know who I hate? Tristan Vucevic. That guy sucks. He's a terrible defender. And whenever I watch him, he can't make any shots. So I don't like him. And if we move Anthony Davis, I'd love to pick up 2 big men that can give us some depth down there.
yeah. I mean, the good thing about Trey Young is he's really good at those lob passes. So when you have, especially in that starting lineup, if you were to keep AD, a big three of AJ, Anthony Davis, and Sarr, I just feel like he'll be able to not only be protected on the defensive end because he'll have so much size, but then also on the offensive end, he'll be able to just, high point those passes, do something that we couldn't do last Thursday, and throw some good alley oop passes. So I think, I like the fit. When you guys originally traded for him, I thought it was a good trade, especially because you didn't really give up anything. Now, the contract is a little bit big for someone that hasn't had their best season. Yeah, like his best season was and then when they got all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals
Gosh, what is
against
that?
Milwaukee. That was when Giannis
29,
won the chip, right?
2021, I
So
think.
no,
Yeah,
that was 21. That was 5 years ago.
it's been a while.
But at the same time, he's still not that old. As we'll get into later, he's younger than another player that got extended today. He's only 27. So I mean, he had basically the entire season last year to rest up. So I don't expect him to have any injury problems next year. Hopefully, I'd like to see this starting five that you guys have play as many games as humanly possible, especially if you're able to keep Anthony Davis. I think he will be good for the Wizards, and good basketball around here is better for me. Every time I've been to a Celtics Wizards game in recent memory, it's always been a blowout, no matter if Jalen Brown or Tatum's playing or not. Like, I want games to be exciting again. I still remember Game 6 when John Wall hit the three-pointer and all the Wizards fans were chanting Wizards in 7, and then Kelly Olynyk
All right.
happened.
No Kelly Olynyk
So
talk today.
my only
I will
question is, where
say
is Anthony Gill? Where's Anthony Gill in the Wizards depth chart?
Anthony Gill
Where's
is a
Coach?
coach. All right, he's a
Where's
coach at
Coach?
this point. Actually, you know what? The one thing I respect about Anthony Gill is that he gives a lot of effort on the defensive end. And also, I did want to mention, like, watch out for this team defensively. This team is going to be very good
Yeah.
defensively. Bilal and Keyshawn George are great on-ball defenders. Bilal especially, like, he gets a lot of steals. And I feel like if we keep Anthony Davis, all right, that's one big if. Well, the second big if he stays somewhat healthy, I think that he can teach Alex Sarr how to play much better on-ball defense. Alex Sarr has proven to be a pretty good shot blocker and rim protector, but
Yeah.
still lacking a little bit on ball defensively. And I feel like if you're going to go up against some of the bigger teams in the East, you need to, you know, you need to be able to play interior defense on the ball. And I think Davis brings that, and I think he can teach Alex Sarr. We just need to see if he wants to play here.
Yeah, I mean, your interior defense, if you are to keep Anthony Davis, should be top tier in the league. I mean, Anthony Davis, when healthy, is already an elite shot blocker. Like, he is one of the best in the league. And then Sarr was pretty good last year as well. So, working on that on ball defense. I'm very intrigued about the Wizards next year. I'm very excited that they finally got the first overall pick, because you guys have really been screwed by the draft for like the past 5 years, because you really haven't been playing competitive basketball. Like, I don't know. It's been a long time. So I'm glad it finally worked out, especially last year before you can't tank anymore. So it was, that was the last, you did not miss your chance to blow. I'll tell you that. Um, Another extension that happened earlier today was Austin Reeves extended 4 years, 185 million. I like the move, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. He was good last year. I think he works well with Luca. But I did not know until today that he's actually older than Trey Young, which is quite interesting, at least to me. Because when you like, I guess, I mean, Trey Young's been in the league since when he was 19, so he just feels so much older, and I feel like he looks so much older because he just like his appearance. Like, Austin
Yeah.
Reeves looks like he could be our age, and then Trey Young looks like he could be like 35. So interesting. Reeves, Reeves and Young kind of in similar situations. Young obviously paid more because he has had the better career, but I like the deal for the Lakers. Who knows what's going to happen with LeBron though? Like, what do you think the Lakers are waiting for LeBron, or like?
I mean, I think you want to re-sign him. Like, I think
Yeah,
you want to re-sign him. I mean, the Reeves extension is something they had to do. Uh, I would, if I was LeBron, I would wait to see what the rest of the roster looks like and then make my decision because they need to get a good center. Like, if the Lakers can get either Walker Kessler or Jaren Duran. Both of those are restricted free agents, so it's a big if. But if they can get one of them, then that would be huge because, I mean, we've seen that all you need to do with Luca is put a good center near him. And then if you add LeBron on that team, I know LeBron's old, but we saw the last playoffs, like he can still carry a team a little bit. So I think you just wait back and fill out the rest of the roster and then add LeBron as the last piece, you know?
yeah. I mean, I feel like LeBron could play basketball until he's like mid 50s and still be a serviceable player. Like, he's just so good, especially. But I mean, we'll see. I feel like every year, especially every offseason, it's all my Twitter is just like potential bigs that could go to the Lakers, and none of them ever go there, except for DeAndre Ayton, who actually did go there. And then people are like, dominating, here he comes. And then, like, 5 games in, everyone hated him. So we'll see. I mean, Are they wasting Luca? Like, I don't even know. Like, Luca did take the Mavs to the finals in 24. He had Kyrie. It was kind of like a miracle run. I think they were the 5 seed. So like, I mean, they had a good run and they just ran into a better team. So Luca
I
can bring a
mean,
team there. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
they could have they could have made some noise last year.
Yeah, he did get injured.
Like Luka got hurt. Like they had a really good
Yeah,
team.
yeah, they
They
did.
they had one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah, Luca, like post divorce was on a different level. He was actually playing defense and he was like unbelievable on offense. Then he got hurt. So I think if Luca can stay healthy and keep that defensive focus for maybe like 50 games, like he can lollygag through the first 30, but if he can lock in like he did for that entire month, then we could see something. I mean, obviously you're right. LeBron was really good. He was really good in that Rocket series. Um, and then Reeves came back against the Thunder, but I mean, it was a Thunder, so like they were never going to beat them. I mean, we'll see. It would be nice to have like all three of them healthy, but with Braun being so old, Luca always kind of injured, and even Reeves was injured. And I don't know. Lakers are just so weird to me. I think they could be good, but at the same time, they could also be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean I agree. I agree.
You
Do
want
you
to touch
want to
on Kawhi a little
run
bit and then go to baseball?
I was gonna see, did you want to run into the Tatum Brunson
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
comparison?
Good comes, good comes. We have a new segment, TikTok comment of the week. And this one goes out to Ryan T. 2121. When responding to my comment, he says, "Why name accolades when we're talking about who's best?" This was when he disagreed with me putting Tatum, and actually Zoo and Goo putting Tatum over Brunson after the Knicks won the NBA Finals. And here's what I'll say to that. If the Knicks don't win the NBA Finals, Brunson is barely in the top 15. The only reason he's even in the top 10 is because they won the NBA Finals. And the NBA Finals is what, Zoo?
It is an accolade.
There you go. So that is why we use accolades. So, I mean, let's just do a little mini comparison. Tatum, 5-time All NBA, two top four MVP finishes. Brunson, a 3-time All NBA, one top five MVP finish, one Finals MVP. They both have an Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I believe Tatum has four All NBA first teams, and Brunson doesn't have any. So that's interesting. Tatum is also younger, and in my personal opinion, other than like I guess Brunson is a better scorer, but pretty much every other part of Tatum's game is better than Brunson's, in my opinion. So I think having Tatum over Brunson, even coming off an Achilles injury, is fair. I can understand why you have him over him for now with the recency bias of the NBA championship, but that is an accolade. And I guess if we're just not going off accolades, I don't know how we judge players. What do you think about that, dude?
Well, this guy's a dumbass. He stated, so I got into a little bit of a comment back and forth with him. He was basically saying that if we did based off accolades, then Robert Ory would be like a top 10 player of all time. Robert Ory was never the best player on a championship team. That is so stupid. All right. So we have to use accolades and we have to use the context that the accolades come from. Okay. And then lastly, we had another comment. I don't know if it was the same guy, but he was saying that just because Tatum is better at other aspects of the game than Brunson, that doesn't make him a better player. He was saying that Brunson is so much better offensively than Tatum that it makes up for it. That is an insane argument because Tatum, you could make the argument that Tatum is better offensively than Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
They have similar points per game averages at their peak. And
yeah,
I know Brunson is a great fourth quarter player, but so is Tatum. The only
Yeah,
reason why we have this like stigma around Tatum, and I'm not even like I'm not even one of those people that's like, oh, Tatum is top five. But the reason why we have the stigma around Tatum is because NBA Twitter says this man doesn't like to drive. And genuinely, sometimes he doesn't like to drive to the basket and he settles for a lot of threes. He also makes a lot of threes. So this is just kind of a dumb little tift. It's recency bias, and you're a dumbass if you don't think that you can use accolades. What are you supposed to use in an argument
yeah.
if you can't use accolades?
I
What
don't
do
know.
you use?
They're raw metrics, and Tatum's bigger, stronger. I don't know,
I mean,
so I guess he's better. Who knows, man?
is like points per game an accolade as well? What do you use? What is he
I
in his
guess.
mind when he's making an argument and when he's debating with someone on anything, any topic? What does he use to support his argument?
I don't know. And then even like people, I think he responded later on just saying like, well, Tatum wasn't even the best player when they won their championship, and he didn't win Eastern Conference Finals MVP or Finals MVP. So I guess he didn't get that accolade. But he averaged 30, 10, and 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers. So he didn't get that. And then he was one of 5 players to have the most points, rebounds, and assists. He led his team in points, rebounds, and assists in the finals, and also didn't get the finals MVP. So, I mean, yes, his only flaw, in my opinion, is his shot selection. I think he can settle too much. Like, he does settle for a lot of sidestep threes, but that's also like his signature move. I do wish he would drive a little bit more, especially when he gets a smaller guard on him. But I feel like there's like two different Tatums. There's like the Tatum whose first shot of the game is like a sidestep three, and then you're probably going to get around a 40% from the field, 25-point performance on like 22 shots. Or if his first shot attempt of the game is a hard drive to the basket, you're probably getting around 30 at like 60% from the field. And then like once he sees one go in, he's one of the best players in the world. So
Yeah, I don't know.
uh, dumbass comment on the week goes to Ryan T. But anyway, let's just take a little look at the Ringer, and then we'll move into baseball because
Oh
we
yeah.
have Love Island coming up. The Ringer, after the Knicks won the finals, did their best players in the NBA. So we did our ranking individually, and you had Brunson at 8, I had him at 7. The Ringer has him at 5. Has them. It has. Let's go through the top 15. Shea at 1, Wemby 2, Jokic 3, Luca 4, Brunson 5 for his feel of the game, clutch gene, pull up threat, and shit stirrer. Don't know what that means.
Okay.
We have Anthony Edwards at 6, Giannis at 7, Kawhi at 8, Cade at 9, Curry at 10, Donovan Mitchell at 11, Carl Anthony Towns at 12. Then you get Jason Tatum at 13, Jaylen Brown at 14, and Tyrese Maxey at 15. I think that list is absolutely horrible. I think if you want to get an example of recency bias, you just open that link and you look at that list. Uh, so, like, in my opinion, that list sucks. I don't know who made it. If Bill Simmons contributed to this, he should stop talking about basketball.
Oh, he definitely contributed to this. I mean, top four is fine. I don't care about the top four. They're all interchangeable, I feel like. But dude, I'm gonna say it again. Anthony Edwards is better than Jalen Brunson. Anthony Edwards is better than Jalen Brunson. Uh,
Yeah,
Jason Tatum, we just went over it. Probably better than Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson is great, but this is insane recency bias. Having Jason Tatum at 13 is insane. You know where Joel Embiid is in this list? He's 50, which is pretty far down. I don't know. Carl Anthony Towns though at 12 is insane. He had a
yeah,
great
that's
playoff run.
insane to me.
We've given him his flowers for his playoff run, but at 12
Yeah,
is insane.
yeah. You can't put someone who scored 6 points in the fourth quarter in 5 finals games at the 12th best player in the NBA. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it, especially if you have them over Tatum and Brown and Maxey. Those guys put up 6 points at least per game in the fourth quarter in the playoffs. That's ridiculous. I couldn't believe this list when I opened it up. Like, I mean, I understand, like, I'm a Celtics fan, so I'm a little bit more biased, but like, come on. Brunson at 5? If the Knicks lose the finals, where is he? Where is he? He's above
He's
Maxi, I guess, so you put him at 14. Like,
probably outside the top
I
10, right? Yeah.
I don't like he won the finals, yes. But again, it's like a team game. It's not just like he won the Knicks the finals. Yes, he was the best player on the Knicks. Fifth is crazy to me. I don't understand that at all.
I just checked the Nationals. We were up 4-3 going into the ninth, and now it's
Mm,
five. We lost 5-4.
all right. Yeah, that's a good segue actually. Let's go into a little bit of baseball. We were at the game yesterday. That was a great game for some. As an impartial fan, I had a blast. Um, like I think the Phillies won 13-9. Was that the score? 14-9. Anyway, that game came down to the last strike and the last out in the top of the ninth, and Brandon Marsh hit a 2-run homer to tie it. And Bryson Stott hit a 3-run homer to extend the lead. Costa obviously going through it, and it looks like they went through it again tonight. Why don't you talk about the Nats a little bit? Because their offense is good, but their pitching has been a problem all year, and we got to see that yesterday. A great example of that.
Let me start with the good. Let me start with the good. We were the first team to score 400 runs. We're currently in the wild card hunt, right? James Wood's playing great. He should be an all-star. CJ's playing great. He will be the all-star starter at shortstop. Um, but the bad is the bullpen. Stat of the day. This morning, I just edited this to reflect what just happened. Nats have had 47 save opportunities this year. They have converted on 24 of them. So that is like just under 50 or just over 50%, which is terrible. If they went 11 and 23 on those missed opportunities, they would have the best record in baseball with 52 wins.
Mm.
Uh, can we get a competent closer? Can we please? Can we please? We just need someone to get 3 outs. Honestly, at this point, bring Finnegan back. Bring Finnegan back because he could get an occasional 3 outs. I mean, it was not fun to watch, but he could get 3 outs. But this is ridiculous. Last night was ridiculous. Point is, we need a we need a closer that can get 3 outs. All right, we just need someone to get 3 outs. 3 outs. 3 outs. There's 27 outs in a game. We just need three of them. The last three, we haven't gotten them. Last night was crazy. Brandon Marsh, down to his last strike, it was actually crushed. That was just an insane hit. And then the rest of that inning was terrible, just terrible. Brad Lord could not get a out, and then we brought in Paxton Schultz. He couldn't get an out. I mean, my God, that was just not fun. I mean, it was kind of funny, honestly. Like being there, it was kind of funny, but also it was just like I was only laughing because my brain is was deteriorating because of this absolute slop that was being put onto my team.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. I thought like when they had Brad Lord came out first and they had his little intro thing, I was getting hyped. I was like, let's go. That was kind of cool. I haven't seen that at Nats Park ever. And then got the two strikes against Marsh. I think it was 0-2. Everyone stood up and then he just absolutely crushed that ball. That was awesome. Those seats were awesome. We sat in section 100 yesterday, got two balls. I totally robbed Costa the second one, and I aura farmed the first one. We'll definitely be going back there for sure. Get a little Padres update. They are currently beating the Braves 2-0 right now. If they win tonight, they will have swept the Braves. So they're just kind of a weird team that, you know, they're up and down. Tatis hit another home run yesterday, and Machado walked it off. So Padres maybe on a little bit of an upswing. We'll see what happens. The All-Star finalists will be announced tomorrow. It's crazy that James Wood probably is not going to be a starter because of the fan vote. Even though he's been
That's
incredible, he was
crazy.
awful yesterday. Though he was really bad
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yesterday was a whirlwind, man. I mean, Jorbit. Okay, wait. So James Wood drops the diving play in the top of the eighth. That was the top of the eighth.
It's 5-3 top eight with 2 outs. He drops the ball.
He
Makes it
drops
six
it. They
five.
score three somehow. How did they score three on that? I don't know. I'm mad. I'm mad at James Wood. I know you're 6 a million, but you got to make that play if it hits your fucking glove. It literally hit the webbing of his glove. It didn't. It didn't just tip his glove. It hit the webbing of his glove. You got to squeeze onto that. And then Jorbit brings us back to life. Jorbit gives us the lead. He gives us the lead. And then all hell breaks loose. I mean, it's crazy because Jorbit, no one's gonna remember that home run. And he had like that's the moment of his career. Who the fuck knows about Jorbit Vivas? That's the moment of his career. And then we don't know about him anymore. We don't know about that moment. He hit another one today though, which was nice.
No one
Um,
remembers that one either.
I guess we are being owned by the Phillies. I don't know. Back-to-back rough losses.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, let's get a little bit of World Cup in, and then we'll move to Love Island. Shoe so fine, jump the gun a little bit, but you will not be seeing that in post. So he's ready to go for this Love Island section segment. So we got to get there. USA 2-0. They play tomorrow. Game doesn't really matter because they've already advanced. It's the first time they've won consecutive World Cup matches since 1930. Uh, and I think it'll be the first time ever, if they win tomorrow, them winning 3 straight matches in the World Cup. So U.S. soccer is on the rise. They forced another own goal, which is just crazy. There's so many own goals that have been going on in this World Cup, not just for U.S. opponents, but there was another one yesterday for Portugal, I believe. So it's just crazy. Um,
Yeah.
Messi has been unbelievable. The stars have just been unbelievable throughout this tournament. Messi has 5 goals, Mbappe and Holland have 4, Harry Kane has 2, and
It's
then
been fun to
Ronaldo
watch.
yesterday had 2. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch. Messi now has the most goals in the World Cup ever. So congrats, GOAT. Ronaldo will never do that. But I think if I were to take a bet, Mbappe will 100% pass him before his career is over. So it's going to be a short lived record for Messi.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Mbappe, like he's in the finals every time he goes to the World Cup. So he's definitely gonna pass that number. Messi crashed Twitter with the hat trick. If you tried to search up Messi, just his name, after that third goal, nothing popped up. It said
Wow.
uncontrolled error or something like that. So I don't think Ronaldo's ever done that. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, this World Cup's been fun. Hopefully, I don't know. Is Pulisic playing on Thursday?
I don't know. He was game time last week. So, I mean, I assume so, but we'll see. I mean, honestly, he doesn't really need to play. He can rest.
Yeah.
They were fine without him. So I thought they played really good in the first half. Second half was not as good as the first, but it's just like a different style of play that the U.S. plays versus like the European. No, not European. Yeah, I guess the European teams where they just more like move the ball around and like they have like a more organized offense. Where like the U.S. is just more like attack, attack, attack. Like they just keep up the
Yeah,
pressure
certainly feels
24/7,
like that.
and while the other teams are more passive and they kind of like pick their spots, the U.S. just tries to get as many spots as possible. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them against Turkey, or Turkey. But we'll see what happens. It's been exciting to watch World Cup football, and I've had a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever watched this much soccer in my entire life. So I'm enjoying it, and I like the early games because there's something for me to do at work while I'm doing other things, or something to listen to. So it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been great to watch. Um, all right, well, I guess we could just run into our Love Island segment.
Yeah, shoe,
Yeah,
shoe.
she
We're gonna
really,
have to talk about shoe,
really jumped the gun
but
there.
Really jumped the gun. You guys won't see it. Probably won't see this either. But yeah, we're going to be moving to Love Island now. So we'll see you guys in a second.
We're back with our Love Island co-hosts. We've got Shu, Nu, Goo, and myself, Zoo. Uh, today is June 24th, so this is updated to Tuesday the 23rd's episode. Goo, why don't you run us through a episode breakdown?
Yeah, no episode today, so it's actually a perfect time to go through it. Glad you guys could join us. Some of us tried to join a little bit earlier than expected, but that is okay. Big episodes for Love Island. This week we had Casa Amor on Friday, so that introduced 6 new bombshells, now 5, with one of them, Alana, being removed off the show. So interesting to see what that episode looks like tomorrow. And then a very interesting twist where the girls got to see the guys in Casa Amor and then pretty much crash out for an entire night, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought that was really entertaining. And then not only did they get 6 bombshells, they got a dozen. So a really good overall week for the Love Island producers. Got to give it up to them. You know, the show was kind of becoming Couples Island, like Soul said, and then they really stepped it up. I think they took the low bombshell numbers when compared to last year personally, and they were like, "What, we had 9 last year? Let's make it like 30." So really good stuff from them. How do you guys feel about the last, I guess, like 7 episodes since we talked about it?
Cinema. It was amazing writing. Like you said, Goo, like you alluded to, that twist with the fucking gifts coming down could not have been greater. Goo, are you all right there? It was just beautiful watching the girls have to see everything that was happening. I felt bad for them, but I mean, I think there were some people we probably enjoyed watching their men get, all fucking sucked on. But new thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was that episode, which was it, episode 17, was probably one of the best I've seen in a while. It was really satisfying just to see all of them just get their dreams shattered, for lack of a better phrase, right there. And it was a nice refresher, as Goo was alluding to. It was becoming kind of Couples Island in there, and so it was a nice refresher.
For sure, yeah. I think Sunday's episode was perfect. Like we had House of the Dragon was cinema, and then you load up Love Island right after that. Absolute cinema as well. Um, KC is on demon time right now. He's looking like
Yeah.
2018 Braun right now. Corbin's talking about he's definitely not going back to Kenzie, which I'm a fan of, honestly. Honestly, Corbin has grown on me, unpopular opinion, just because he actually has personality now. It's like he's gone through like a software update. He's like running the most recent Opus model from Claude. So very, very, very fun
This guy
stuff
in
to
Claude,
see.
man.
Um, and then, okay, wait, I did want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about the bombshell that was, I think his name is Corey, talking to Melanie, and he brought up stuff that Sincere said to Soul that only Corey would be able to know because he watched the show. What do you guys think about them bringing on like show knowledge
Well,
onto the show?
that's kind of how they do it. Because I believe the casting process is by them selecting people that are specifically interested in like 1, 2, or 3 people, just to try to even out who's coupled up with who. So like, yeah, the bombshells are for the most part up to date with everything that's going on before they come in. But that was kind of crazy.
I mean, going off what New's saying here, I definitely think they're casting for a reason. I just think it's the opposite. I'm not seeing them cast who these bombshells like. They don't give a fuck, okay? What they're doing here is they're setting traps, bro. KC, the entire Casa Amor was built for him. Fucking Caleb is just as single as him, or more single, but, bro, they're not throwing in anyone.
Caleb's back in square one, yeah, shit.
Yeah, for real. He ain't got shit. He was with the Persian girl. AI Corbin stole that motherfucker. Yoink. It was
Yeah.
fucking insane, as it should have happened. But I actually have a question of my own. Um, what are your guys' thoughts on, I guess, the whole KC Anaya shit going on right now? They're kind of splitting apart,
Hmm.
but I think it's for the best.
Look, I mean, I feel like I got a lot of Anaya propaganda on my For You page. Me personally, I'm not the biggest Anaya fan. I do find her kind of annoying, you know, especially here's what I think. I think day one, we can go all the way back to first episode. When no one stood behind Casey's door, that like really fucked with him. Like that, like I think he is still holding on to that even now. Cause like all the girls in the villa that have been there the whole time, he was not any of their first choice. So like when Soul came in, he wanted to explore it, but then Sincere was doing that, and he was like, I don't really want to like get involved. I'd rather just like play it safe with Anaya. And now he's in Casa more. Anaya has kind of been nagging him, you know, annoying him. Now he's getting people that have directly come for him. Like this is all he's ever wanted. And now do I think he's talking a little bit crazy? Yeah. I think he's taking it a little bit too far with some of the stuff he's saying about Anaya, especially if they get to movie night, it's going to be played for her. Like, who knows if they're in a couple or not, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But, like, I think Casey overall, the Casa Amor experience has been good for him. I think he's really still hanging on to that day one, no one behind his door. But, you know, overall, I think they should break up.
What's
Yeah, I
gonna
mean
happen?
they don't really seem like they would be a good match. It seems like Anaya needs like I don't want to say like a good man because I think Casey's a fine guy, but I think Anaya needs like that nice boy. I don't think Casey's like like the nice boy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Casey needs what Anaya offers. Like I think Casey needs someone with a little bit more like energy. I don't know. What do you guys think?
You know what fucking KC needs, bro? Is like you said, not like Anaya. You know what Anaya needs is to not be on fucking Love Island, bro. Because like she hasn't let him talk to anybody. If he fucking like even says anything or does anything in a challenge or someone says something about him, there's a goddamn problem. I saw a meme yesterday. He bumped his foot into her in bed, and she was tweaking about how she wants to like break up because of it. And it's facts. Like that woman is fucking batshit crazy on this show. It's unacceptable. Okay, this is not the Love Island I want. I don't want like people getting married off day one couples. We want sex. We want to be hot.
You know, and I think that's a great segment, Shu, right there. You said that she's crazy. So switching over to someone else that I think is quite crazy is Kenzie. And so, how do you guys feel? Taking it way back to episode 13, the episode that she said that she was talking to Caleb, and she said that 2030 vision is better than 2013, and then backed it up with the nursing degree. And that was obviously very much debunked later on. How do we feel about that?
I think, I think if you ever question Kenzie, then you're wrong. Okay, obviously she's not lustful. Obviously, 2030 vision is perfect. So, like nursing degree, basically give her Albert Einstein's IQ because they're on par. Like they're right there. Uh, I think she's probably right. I mean, I'm not going to question it. She'll probably just do the splits on me. So,
I was about to say
Yo,
her like
I
default move is the splits.
Yeah,
bro every episode, dude. I honestly think her autistic aura goes up every time she speaks. I actually fucking
I
love
think
it.
so too.
However, every time she does the splits, it goes back down. Going back to the eye thing, Goo, Zoo, you two are fucking posers, okay? Because in high school, we used to always argue about this shit, about whether 2020 was perfect vision. And I don't know who was, but these motherfuckers were yapping, demanding 2020 was perfect. And half of us were like, hell no, it isn't. And bro, I just remember we'd get livid about that shit.
look, I'll own
So
up to it. I'll own up to it. It was me.
yeah,
It was
you
me.
read
I
it.
But Zoo is blind. He shouldn't be talking about
I
perfect
I
vision at
don't
all.
know. I would say I don't know. because I genuinely didn't know. I wouldn't go out there yapping about how I know this is a fact. I would say I don't know. I think
He couldn't see the Google search.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what do you mean you don't know? That's not what I heard in high school. You
all
knew
right,
back
well
then.
now you're capping. How about I push you down again, Shu, on the street, and then we'll see how that works.
All right, we're getting a
All
little
right,
off
back to
topic.
Love Island. Back to Love Island.
That hurt, by the way.
You know what? I think Kenzie splits are definitely something. I think the rage splits might have been the funniest thing I've seen from her uh, in that, in the Casamore debut episodes where she's like screaming "fuck you" while just doing the splits. Like, who
Yeah.
does that? Who does
Well,
that? And
she
I
was pissed
think,
that she didn't get to show off her dance moves, proceeds to
yeah,
split and twerk.
I think she was actually more mad about just not dancing. Because I think that's all she wants to do. I think every day she like wakes up and forgets she can do the splits, so she has to do it like 50 times per episode to make sure that she reminds herself that she can do it. Before, like last week, Soul and Gabe were still on the show, no longer on the show. Um, Going back to Kenzie saying that she's not lustful, that is the reason that the girls got rid of Gabrielle. So, how do you feel about both the girls and the guys' decision to get rid of Soul and Gabe? And how do you feel about Melanie's speech to Gabe? I thought it was a little bit harsh, me personally, and having Sincere be the one to tell Soul that she was going to be dumped from the villa.
Yeah, so starting off with that first point there, Goo, when you said, Kenzie was saying that she wasn't lustful. Casey came in after that with a banger quote in the confessional. He said, "We kiss each other every day and slapping each other's asses, and y'all talking about some lust." And so it's like, how are you gonna go on this show and say that you're not lustful when you're going down the line kissing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It's just crazy.
No, New's making a good point there. And I agree. I think Gabe was lustful. And I think if that's really the reason why the girls are going to want to vote him out, you could make the same argument that Kenzie is the exact same way, if not worse. But once again, it's Love Island. Neither of them should be voted off for that. They're doing what they're fucking supposed to do. Fucking, like, Anaya, Melanie, fucking Sincere. Like, they all just latched onto the same people, bro. Like, what are we doing? It's Love Island, dude.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty foul that they had Sincere to tell Soul. Like that was pretty crazy. And it also feels like, I don't know, to me it feels like he voted her off. Like obviously that's not true because it was a group decision, but it just feels like to me that he voted her off to just like get rid of this problem.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit let's start with Bryce and Trinity, especially after last night's episode. I feel like they definitely have the strongest connection uh, in the villa. So good stuff for them. And then moving on with Bryce to combine both. Zach and Bryce,
Brother.
they did a girth check a couple episodes ago. So I just wanted to ask you guys when the last time you did a girth check was, and when's your next one?
I think, like, I think it was March.
What is this?
March.
So yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I can definitely say I've girth checked myself. I don't think I've yet girth checked a fellow brother.
Okay.
Not necessarily on the bucket list like those two, Bryce and Zach. It has been a few months since I checked myself, but regardless, I guess they have something special.
I mean, clearly the producers have seen the TikToks and the tweets about Zach and Bryce, and I'm assuming that's not the worst of it because there's probably more in other episodes. But it seems like Bryce and Trinity are endgame. They seem like a pretty strong couple. I feel like they'll go back to each other after Casa, especially the way they're talking in the confessionals.
Yeah, definitely. But I think as Alex pointed out earlier, movie night movie night is going to be a problem for Trinity here because now Bryce, he may have been in the challenges, making out and shit, and it's not ideal. Not ideal because especially since Trinity watched it happen, but Trinity was also moving outside of the challenges with this other guy. If that pops up and she doesn't tell Bryce when he gets back, that could be a fucking issue. I don't think Bryce would be pissed, but you never know. Like that could actually be some real fucking hot shit right there.
I kind of think she will. I think she will tell him because she already told the guy that she wasn't interested in him anymore, like the day after. So I
Yeah.
feel like if she's open to him, which I don't like, she has been open about pretty much everything in her life, going back all the way back to like their second challenge when she admitted to giving head while her mom was driving, and then said it was daylight savings or something as an excuse. So, like, I don't know.
Running out of time.
So, yeah, so I guess I wouldn't be. I would be shocked if she didn't tell him, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, yeah. And
Pause.
then
Charger.
This is crazy.
what do you mean pause? What do you mean pause?
You can't
Okay,
just.
no, we'll continue without. We'll continue. We'll continue
All right.
without you.
Do you
We'll
guys
continue
want to
without
go
you.
through the rankings?
I heard his computer charged. Yes, yes.
Uh,
Everyone, we'll go through our rankings for
Chad.
everyone's favorite person, everyone's least favorite person, and we'll start with the newly charged computer from Shu.
All right.
Give us
Um,
your top guy and girl, and then your bottom guy and girl.
okay, top guy. You know, well, I don't just have it on the top of my fucking mind. I'd say,
All right, no,
in
you're
a
getting
way,
skipped.
it could be Corbin, low key. That man is funny as
Dude,
fuck.
I got him up there as well. Yeah.
I've stolen some lines to use on my bombshell, and I've got to tell you, his game is impeccable. Um, top girl, probably Kenzie, because of her autistic aura. I'm not gonna lie, I know, I get it. If someone wants to hate her, I completely get it. I hate the splits every time. She's dumb. She's kind of an asshole and stupid, but her autistic aura is so entertaining. Least favorite girl, you know what? It's that new girl, TT. Because she immediately went crazy on Casey. That shit turned me the fuck off. I was terrified for him. I was so glad when he went to the boys and, he actually let them know so they could verify that she was crazy. Least favorite guy, probably Charlie Kirk. I don't know why they brought him. That guy could have stayed down. I thought he got double tapped. I don't know what happened there. um, but yeah, he just I can't stand it. He freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
I'll go next. Uh, favorite guy, I would say Bryce. I just like how he's really come around to grow this connection with Trinity, and he seems very genuine and very sincere, no pun intended. I think he's doing all the right things. Least favorite guy, I would also have to say Ronnie, because he does look like a mixture of Jalen Hurts and Charlie Kirk, and hence the name Jalen Kirk or Charlie Hurts. He's just weird, and I laugh every time that he appears on the screen, and it just takes me out of the show. I get unlocked and I have to relock back in anytime he goes off. Favorite girl, I would probably say, I don't know. Probably Kata is still up there for me. I mean, hey, listen, I can do without all the screeching and whatnot every time something happens. But I think she's still solid. I think I do enjoy seeing the drama unfold with her and how over the top she reacts about everything. Least favorite girl has to be Kenzie. So I hard disagree with Shu on this one. She's so annoying, makes me so angry. I don't need to see splits again. I don't need to see her being delusional again. I can very much do without her.
That's a take.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, for me, my favorite's actually Caleb. Um, I think even though his experience hasn't been the best, he's taken everything on the chin. Like he hasn't been upset at all. Especially him and Corbin's relationship is kind of like Mahomes and Allen in the playoffs. Like they're both there, but Mahomes, aka Corbin, always wins. He's always taking his girl. I think he just needs to find someone else. But I like him. I think he's cool. I think he's very respectful to all the women, and hopefully he finds a match because he's had a pretty rough experience so far. I think my favorite girl is Trinity. I think she's funny. Like every time she has a confessional, I find myself laughing, and she's definitely the most wild. Actually, I don't know about wild, but she has the wildest stories. She came up with she came up with French fries. I mean, I had never heard of French fries as a term before a couple
Neither
days
have
ago. So I learned a new word while watching the show, or I guess a new way to use that word. So good on her for that. Bottom people still sincere. He's just so annoying. I mean, you can probably throw Charlie Hurts in there. That's just more for when football season comes around. I dare Jalen Hurts to have a bad game. I dare him to, because he's going to be all over the screen. And then my least favorite girl is Anaya. Not because of what she's doing right now. It's because I can foresee the future when she doesn't take Carl and she's going to stay with KC, and then Casey's going to bring someone back, and then she's going to explode at KC, and that's just going to make me not like her even more. I think she's fine, but overall, she is my least favorite. Kenzie is right there with her, though. Kenzie's so annoying. And then you know what? I have to give props to Melanie. I have to give her props. She's really turned it around. She had that little like blow up to start the season. I thought that she was the most emotionally mature out of all of the girls during that Casa of More like TV experience. Did I think it was like a little bit too calm that she was going to explode? Yes, a little bit. But I mean, she held her own, and I think her connection with Sincere somehow is going to survive Casa of More.
Yeah, yeah, great rankings. I'll run through this really quickly because not much has changed. I still think Kata is my top girl. She's pretty funny. She seems down to earth. Um, Jumping into the top guy spot, Corbin GPT. He's come around a lot for me. I think it's the new software updates that he's downloaded, but he has become a very funny guy. And he obviously finds himself in pretty funny situations. Like he keeps stealing Caleb's girls, and I just find him entertaining to watch. At the bottom, I hate Kenzie. Kenzie is the worst on this show. Get her off. She can go do splits somewhere else. And then Sinister, and I don't even have to talk about Sinister. He sucks. He's just terrible.
Wait, before Nick, we do your game. We have to talk about Alana, who got removed from the show yesterday,
Ooh,
and
let's all do our best impression of what she said.
No.
she definitely let's not
Present the
do
game.
that. But she admitted to Zach, who she was sleeping with during her very short stint in Casa Amor, that she made out with his brother, and that she clearly has a type. Um, is the type him and his brother? Is it just British people in general? And why was Zach not immediately turned off when the girl that he was exploring made out with his brother previously? How do you guys feel about that? Who then got kicked off the show for being racist?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Zach that just didn't throw up red flags right in his face. I would be so alarmed by that. I would feel like I'm being stalked. If someone out from the street made out with my brother, I'm now in the villa with them on national television, and they're telling me that and that they want to now suck my face. I would be very thrown off by that.
Yeah,
Shoot.
I mean it's fucking weird, dude. I mean we're all from Virginia though, so like it's nothing new. You know, it happens.
What are you talking about?
Bro doesn't know what. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess this. I don't know. I mean, it's fucking weird. Um, Charlie, I think, is the bigger guy. So honestly, Zach should be flattered that she's still going with him, even though he's the secret Tel Aviv version. Not really wanted as much. He should take it as a compliment. But unfortunately, he can't, as she is gone now.
Well, I think the crazy part is that she's 21. With what time? When did you do all this, ma'am? Like what?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, didn't she
Um,
say it was in Miami too? Like she goes to school in California. Like she's 21, flying all over the place,
Right.
somehow meeting Zach's brother, making out with him, then ending up on Love Island, being blatantly
she's off the
racist
show
in
though.
her in her opening scene, just like aggressively making out with Zach, Caleb, and Bryce, and then basically saying "Don't touch me" to Casey, Corbin, and Sincere. Crazy stuff. Probably could have told right there that she was racist. So I'm glad she's off the show.
Yeah.
All right, New, it's
New?
time for your long-awaited segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So this segment is called "Who's That Quote?" I'm gonna say a quote from this past week, and then you all will guess who said it. Pretty
Okay.
straightforward. And I want you all to guess at the same time, just so we're not getting ideas from each other. So here comes the quote. Quote: I had a lot of seasoning on the toes from the sweat.
Okay.
Trinity.
I was gonna say
Motherfucker.
Trinity.
I was
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I was about to say Trinity too, to be honest. So.
Really? All three on Trinity? It is Sincere from episode 15 on Friday, when they were all doing basically
Oh,
just the foot
yeah.
fetish challenge.
Oh,
He said
okay.
that I believe it was Melanie's feet that were all sweaty, and he said there was a lot of seasoning on there because of the sweat.
Okay. Wow. 0 for 1. We need to do better, but do better,
He
fellas.
he does like his like metaphors and similes, so that does actually make sense.
Epitome. He's a big words guy.
That was
Uh,
crazy.
all right.
And then
What's
they
the
did it
next
again,
quote?
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Do you not have another quote? Is that it?
Yeah. That's all for this week.
What?
What?
Kidding me?
We'll get another one we'll get some more for next segment. I
You
just
thought
wanted to
that
test the
segment
waters
was
for
gonna
this.
take 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes.
It did.
All right.
Oh, okay.
This has been an
I'll get more
eventful.
for next week.
Okay, sounds good. It might be Sunday. We might be doing it. It might be an early
Tell one.
turnaround. Thank you guys for coming again. Our Love Island correspondents, Shu and New. Thank you guys for coming out. And that's going to be the end of episode 3 of the Zoo and Goo podcast. Tune in either next Sunday or a couple days after.
Yeah.
See ya.